Welcome back, my dear viewers and listeners. I once again am late on the bandwagon. I know real life came crashing through a little bit harder than YouTube did, but I am going to make a small response video to something a lot of people already responded to. And I hope I do it a little bit more funny than other people do, so you will like my version too. Anyway, that's a lot of talk already. Let's get started.
You thought that was adorable. You didn't think about the pillaging of the continent of Hawaii.
Yeah, this is going to be a response to Annaliese Nielsen's basically berating a Lyft driver. And she starts off with saying that something is insulting to the continent of Hawaii. I'm sorry, but this main character in Legally Blonde does not understand the concept of continents. Hawaii is an island group. Now, had she said the continent of Polynesia, I might have let it pass. It would still be wrong because even Polynesia isn't a continent, basically because it's an island group of island groups. Therefore, it's mostly water, which is everything a continent is not. But that I would at least understand. But by claiming that an island group is a continent, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it's insulting to say that she's one of the Legally Blonde crowd. She's not even blonde, I know, but yeah. Here we go.
I didn't even know there was pillaging.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay, so you won't get rid of the doll then? Because that was a really cute thing that you found at Goodwill.
Yeah, it's not that he did something terrible, but no. He has a Hula girl bobblehead figure on the dash of his car. Out of all the insults, out of all the affronts in the world, that must rank pretty high. At least in the world of Annaliese, doesn't it, Annaliese?
No, I'm not gonna not get rid of it because of that. I just don't realize it was offensive anyway.
But so obviously, you as a white male, you were the least
You're fucking a white male!
So?
You're a white man!
And here is the problem Annaliese has with this Lyft driver. According to her, he is a white male. How could he be so insensitive? This is bad.
But now you're judging me. You're assuming where I'm from.
No, I'm not. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that perhaps you might be the person who is least hurt in this situation.
Okay, already a small recap. 1. I get in your car and you have a hula girl on your dash. 2. You're a white male. 3. You're appropriating the culture of the Hawaiian continent, which is so unfair. But I'm not judging you. Oh, wait a second, that should have been 4. I'm not judging you. I just think you're a dick, but I'm not judging you. Sorry, Annaliese, can you clarify on that? Because that's pretty dumb.
I'm a passenger in your car. That doll is offensive to me. But you don't want to take it down because you found it at Goodwill and it was a good find.
Yes, Annaliese, you're a passenger in his car. Now, if you don't want to have a hula girl in your car, go ahead. But this is his car. Guess who gets to decide how his car looks like on the inside? Just, think about it.
I really don't know where to go from here. You want me to take down some of that and just put up because...
Yeah, no, I do want you to because it's actually deeply offensive. No, I do want you to take it down.
Yep. Annaliese Nielsen finds something deeply offensive and the world has to adhere to what she feels deeply offensive. So also, this white Lyft driver dares challenging her on what he thinks he is allowed to do, according to her. How dare he? I mean, that it's his car means nothing. It's offensive. How dare he? How double dare he? Right, Annaliese?
Alright, well, obviously you're going to give me a 1 star, but I'm not taking it down, so I'm sorry about that.
I'm going to do worse than give you a 1 star.
And because he doesn't listen, she's going to do worse than give him 1 star. Because everyone knows threats are a great way to get people to do what you want.
I'm not trying to offend you. If you want me to drop you off over here or at the next exit, I can do that, but...
No, I would like you to take me to my destination.
And I will do that, but
Thank
I
you.
don't think my beautiful lady Lola is offending you.
That's It's okay.
You know, I really have to admire the dude. I mean, he's staying cool and collective and really, really correct. Even though she threatened him. She will do worse than give him 1 star. He even offers to let her off if she wants to get off. But no, she feels perfectly okay insulting the guy, but she still needs him to bring where she wants to go. The double standard.
You're gonna be on Gawker. No, you will be published on Gawker. And you'll be like the next internet meme. It's gonna be super funny.
I've always wanted to be a meme, so I'm gonna post it.
Yeah. I mean, like, God forbid, like, anyone take your special Hawaiian doll away from you.
Yes, Anneliese, and on YouTube, as will you be. But once again, she has to make clear why she has a problem with it. Don't you understand? She's from the thought police, and you had a wrong thought. How dare you have a wrong thought? She fits in with the social justice warriors quite easily. She's offended because you did something she doesn't like. Therefore you need to bow and say sorry ma'am and do whatever you can to undo that. How dare you not bow to her whims?
More comedic is how offended you're getting by that.
Because it's a thing that actually affects my life and a thing that doesn't affect your life.
Yeah, don't you realize how devastating it is to her? You have a bobblehead character in your car displaying a culture she feels needs her to defend it. Cultures aren't people. Cultures are cultures. And she needs to defend this culture. Are you hereby saying that that one culture is so weak that it needs you to defend it? And are you so weak that this one bobblehead makes you break down and cry? I mean, by sheer power of will, you're talking out against it. Otherwise, you would have, crawled into a corner or something, wouldn't you?
I'm Asian as well. So
Okay, so what is your Asian heritage?
Oh, so he's not one of those evil white men. But maybe he's one of those evil Asian men. Because, apparently there are those as well, because not all Asians are good enough. Something like that. Must be something like that. Seriously though?
It's irrelevant, but you're trying to
No,
tell
it's
me
not
like,
irrelevant. It's actually super relevant.
Yeah, it's super relevant. And that's only one step under super duper relevant. And you know you're in big trouble then, don't you?
Really?
Yeah, so which part of it is not irrelevant?
Yeah, you're affecting
The fact that you care that much about something that is on his dashboard,
Yes, I do actually care a lot.
that's sad.
It's not sad, it's important.
Pretty pathetic.
Did you say it was pathetic? Can I have your name, please?
Yeah, Jade,
And your last name?
Green.
Thank you.
And another shout out. I mean, yes, the driver is handling himself perfectly well, but yes, Jade, you deserve a gold star here as well. You're doing a perfect job of basically voicing your opinion in a non-aggressive way, but a very clear one. I'm sorry, Anneliese, you still don't recognize the stupidity of your action? And then you try to shame her. You try to silence her by letting her tell you her name, making her realize that she now is in the presence of greatness and you will crush her too. I guess she kind of missed that because she just answered you because she doesn't care about you, as should the rest of the world. But then again, I'm still making this movie because, I don't know, could be funny.
Oh, now my Lyft passengers are fighting. I'm so excited. Wow, you're the first bad experience I've ever had with Lyft, and it's unfortunate that it has to be like that.
I'm excited.
I'm a very respectful person, and the fact that you're taking offense to that, I'll take a picture of it
That's
and show
a
everybody.
disrespectful object that you have in your car, and whether you're Asian or not, you should be considerate to the fact that you might have passengers that
Consider
don't
the
find
fact
that
you want
thing
me
to
rip it
be.
off of my dashboard when it's super glued.
No, I just said you
What with it? Should I put
set
it
it
up?
down for a second.
Set it
It
down,
might be
like-
not amusing to all passengers. You're going to experience this again, by the way.
okay.
And so I hope that from this lesson,
But this
like
isn't a lesson.
today.
You're being rude, actually.
No, I'm not being
There's
rude.
one way to tell somebody something, and there's another way in which how you're doing it, and you're not being pleasant.
Oh, because I wasn't nice enough to you?
I've been pleasant to you this whole
I
time.
wasn't nice enough to you for this thing. That's fine. I have been video recording the entire time. I'm excited.
That's cool, and I'm being respectful to you.
No, you're not. You have been actually very rude and extremely entitled.
Yeah, I let it run for a while because actually I do really, I can't speak out my admiration enough for this Lyft driver. I'm amazed that he keeps cool as well as he does. I'm not really sure if I could. And projection, thy name is Annaliese Nielsen. I'm glad you recorded this whole time because it proves the incredible, unreasonable bitch that you are. And you don't even recognize this. You blame him for being unreasonable. But I assure you, look back at your own tape and look how unreasonable you are. But yeah, who am I kidding? Of course you won't.
I'm sorry that my Hawaiian lady is offending you.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you have no consideration for actual Hawaiian people who don't want to be a bobblehead item in your car while you're driving for Lyft. You fucking selfish, dumbass idiot.
Okay, I'm being rude.
You are being rude. You have no connection to this culture. You know what that is? That's a cute little bubble item that you had in your car that you don't know anything about, and you're an idiot.
And here, once again, Anneliese, you are projecting. You are basically telling us that you are the spokesperson of the world. You know what is right and what is wrong. You do realize, however, that when you go to Hawaii, you go to any shop where you can buy souvenirs, you will find hula girls. You will. So are you now saying that Hawaiians selling hula girls are culturally appropriating their own culture? Is that it? And even though cultural appropriation isn't a thing, you make it sound like it's the end of the world. And then you insult the guy by saying that you're not the one insulting him, he's the one who is insulting you. Again, projection. Bloody hell, woman.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe you will think about it tomorrow when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, because we very well know that you won't.
I very much will. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. I'm ending this ride right now, so if you'd like to call another Lyft, you can go ahead and
No,
do
you can
that.
take me all the way to my
I
house.
actually don't have to. It's
No,
my
yes,
car.
you
I'm
do.
confirming the drop off. Here's the sidewalk. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Can I have your name again?
Nope.
Yeah, so then he finally had enough of your behavior and he stops his car and he asks you to leave his car. But no, you want to stay because you want to go home. You could have thought of that before you started insulting the dude. It's his car after all. I mean, it's not as if he needs to bring you anywhere. I mean, yes, it's an agreement that one person will bring the other person somewhere, but it kind of also implies that the passenger behaves as a good guest. Berating your host is not acting like a good guest. Hell, even the other passenger spoke out against you. So it's not as if he's being the big bastard, now is he? And then you want his name. It really shows how unaware you are because you already have his name. But never mind that.
Have a great
Yes,
night.
I can.
No,
Can I have your name again? Well, I'll just stay here then.
Well, then... Oh my god. This is my car. Can you please get out of
No,
it?
I
I've
won't.
ended
Call the
ride.
police. Call 911.
Okay.
About how I won't leave your car.
I wish you would.
Can you please exit
No, I
the
can't,
vehicle?
but you can give me your first and last name. Here's what I'll do instead. Holy shit. The weirdest night of my entire life. And he could not get away fast enough so that I couldn't get his license plate number. How cute.
Yeah, you already have his information. It's Lyft. It should have given you the information right before you got into the car. Hell, before you even knew you would get into the car because they send you the information. Or at least that's how I think it is. But yeah, maybe he pulled off fast because he really had enough of your behavior. Hell, you even told him to call the police because you wouldn't get out of his car. Seriously. But the worst part is, you really feel you did do nothing wrong now, didn't you? Or at least I think you feel you did nothing wrong, considering your Facebook post I just dropped in here. And no, I don't know your real Facebook thingy. I just looked it up and I found this. But yeah, I mean, apparently you seriously think that it isn't your fault. You're a complete victim in his misbehavior. Oh my God, what mean men must be living in your world. And I didn't see a lot of replies, but the first two of them are pretty funny because, oh my God, according to Lydia Desire, or Desiree, sorry, my bad, it's his fault. And even Jesse Anderson is like, I'm so sorry this is happening. May they sink back in the basement of spicy Dorito dust. Blah 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 blah. No, it's not your fault. No, it's what a beast of a man you must have done. Guys, by the way, if you want to read this, you have to pause it and then you can read her post. But yeah, she doesn't feel sorry at all. No, it's in nowhere and in no way the fault of Anneliese Nielsen, or according to Anneliese Nielsen herself. She really is the victim here. And it's not as if she didn't try to get the guy fired, because apparently she did. And the guy did lose his job, at least for a few days. And yeah, the worst part of this joke is that it's her own movie, the one that she made to make him look bad, that actually got him his job back. Even the people that fired him kind of said, oh my God, was that her? Was that actually her behavior? Dude, sorry. Hell, I can imagine they would have given him a bonus for behaving as well as he did. Probably didn't, but I could have imagined that they would. Seriously, Anneliese, seriously. And you know, I could make a personal attack on the hypocrisy that Anneliese Nielsen has shown, not only during this video, but in her personal choices in life as well, because of the job she has and because of the life she lives. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to measure only the video she herself at first put online. Not at Gawker, mind you. And then it got leaked, and then it got its own life. Well, maybe she didn't put it online herself, that is true. Maybe someone else leaked it for her. But the hypocrisy in her behavior, the legally blonde kind of stupidity in which she feels that the whole world is entitled to do her bidding. And if you disagree, then you must be so very wrong. How dare you not apply yourself to Her Majesty? Yeah, sorry Anneliese, you are the one that's being the bitch here. And trust me, there would have been plenty of men out there, and probably plenty of women, that would not ask you to leave the car a second time. That would not have said, you know what, I'll call the cops. Which he didn't, fair is fair. But I know plenty of men that wouldn't go that route. And I know some women that also would choose a slightly more directive approach. But you got out of the car yourself, so that speaks in your favor. And yet still you try to get the guy fired. You try to get the guy fired because he has a bobblehead in his car that you disagree with. You're Clementine Ford in small, aren't you? It's really quite infuriating to see the sort of entitled bullshit you think you can get away with. And it's still all his fault. And the echo chamber you move through kind of agrees with you on that as well. This is social justice warriors' hideout at its peak professional insult and victimhood. It's amazing. And I'm grateful that someone shared this movie if it wasn't you yourself. But then that's just me. Anyway, this is my rant. This is my response. I hope you enjoyed my little take on things. Please like, share, subscribe if you feel inclined. And other than that, I hope to see you next time. Be good.